So, I had another off-camera motovlog. I don't know what it is. It's just sometimes the stupid camera won't turn on. Anyway, so I was driving my bike back home. I'm pretty sure I know what the problem is. So I'm trying to start the bike. It won't start for some reason. Nothing. I start smelling really strong gas fume smell. And I mean, I'm trying to start it for like maybe 30 seconds off and on. I don't want to kill the starter. And then I see dripping. Of course, I try to see what it is. So I dip it in my hand, smell it, and it's gas. So I'm like, what the f? I'm thinking the hose is unplugged or something. So I try to look at where it's coming from, and it's dripping. Like, I would compare it to an IV. That kind of, like a drip speed, an open IV. No, maybe not completely open, but a fast-paced IV. And it's coming out of my exhaust. Like, out of, I know I do need to, that's another thing I was talking about. Well, I didn't talk about, I don't know what the hell I talked about, because the stupid camera, whatever, it keeps not recording, but whatever. I need to reseal I need to get new gaskets for my exhaust. It's just a couple years ago, I went over some speed bumps, a lot of speed bumps, like those big ass ones, and it kind of pulled on my exhaust. It actually sanded down a couple of my exhaust bolts, so I'm gonna need to put some new bolts in too, but I think it disconnected. Well, it's not completely secured in there. The gasket's not covering it. Yeah, so I know I needed to replace that. That may actually have something to do with not this problem, but getting bad mileage, I would say. And well, with this problem, it was leaking out of an area where a gasket is supposed to be. There's still a gasket there, but there's a gap. So gasoline was dripping out of that gap. So basically my exhaust was kind of full of gasoline. And what I'm thinking is that one of my float needles is stuck in the open position. That's what I'm thinking. That's a pretty cheap fix, and I guess it could be an easy fix. It's just I'm done. I don't want to take my throttle body off ever again. It's really just a pain in the ass. I mean, I've done my fair share of mechanic work on that bike to where I'm just exhausted. And this one, I don't even want to, I hope nothing goes wrong, but I'm just exhausted. It still runs good, but I know it's got to have something to do with the carburetors. I don't know what it is. I'm thinking that it's a float stuck, maybe. It just started dripping after I was trying to start it for so long, but I don't know, it could have been something else. So, I mean, it could be an easy fix. I'm not down to do that, and I don't want to take it to a mechanic just because that kind of, to me, it just feels like I just failed, which I kind of did. I just gave up, but on my way to pick up Janine, of course, it's every day. Oh, so my phone should be in the mail today. Well, actually it is, from what the tracking said. I was going to pick it up before Janine, but it is, well, I have 9 minutes to get here until she's off, and don't have time, so I'm going to go pick her up first, and then head to the post office. I did siphon some gas out of here. I hope she doesn't get mad. But then again, I did siphon almost my entire tank and put it in here during the winter because my bike was just sitting. I don't know. So the tires are good, and the tires are great. The tires are actually low though, like really low. I think there was like 10 PSI in them, both. I mean, obviously the guy isn't gonna fill them up to the specs while they're off the bike. So, and that's what I should have done before, is fill them up. And so I put them on and rode them, and I know it felt a little weird. It was a little hard to push. But anyway, at Janine's friend's house, I just used her husband's air compressor. I had one, I took it back because it's too small. I want to get like maybe a 50 gallon, just so that I can use like the heavy duty air tools, whatever. Yeah, I didn't have one, so I just filled it up while I was over there, and then that's when all that shit happened. So it looks like my bike is retired. It's fixable, but I mean, I'm done. Anyway, so I'm gonna still put it up for sale, but of course I'm gonna increase the price slightly just because I did just dish out $100. It is rideable, it's just, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that it's a float. That's what I'm thinking. And it was coming out of the left side. I feel like a Super Saiyan. How you doing? So I think I'm gonna just retire the bike. I had a good run. I put many miles on it. I'm retiring it, but I mean, come out of retiration. That's not a word. But I mean, it can be back up and running. I'm gonna keep the price reasonable. Definitely not blue book value, just because of that. There is a problem, but I mean, I don't know exactly what it is. Anyway, Amado, he's doing good. I was just hanging out with him for a little bit. He's not like freaking out or anything. I don't know if he knows his balls are gone. It's kind of funny. He's being nice though. He's actually not doing his annoying meow right now, which is nice. It's nice not hearing that. But I was just hanging out with him, trying to comfort him. Turned out okay. I'm really glad. I'm not sure if we're going to neuter Amara, or not neuter, spay, get Amara spayed. I don't really know about female cats. I don't know how they act if they don't get spayed, but just with Amado, I mean, now I know exactly how they are, and I can't deal with it.